So the beauty that you see standing beside me is the Mercedes AMG CLE 53 AMG Coupe. Now this is the second CLE model in India after the CLE 300 Cabriolet, and yes, this is not a cabriolet, this is a coupe, and in typical AMG fashion this looks downright menacing. So if you talk about the design up front, you have this nice Panamericana grille, these lovely wraparound headlights, you can see that. The matte color looks really good, menacing, and you have all these cuts and creases on the bonnet. You have this power dome sort of a thing happening here. If you can just come over to the side, you can see these nice chunky alloy wheels, AMG style of course, looks very nice, and you have these air outlets as well right here. And now this is the badging here, the Turbo 4MATIC Plus, and if you look at the profile of the vehicle, it is a coupe, it's a two-door setup, looks very nice, the lines are nice, neat and clean. And if you were to talk about the rear section, well, you see these nice flared wheel arches, looks very muscular, very sporty. And at the rear, you'll have this nice lip spoiler right here. You have the badging there, the CLE 53, and you have these quad exhausts as well, done in black. Looks very, very sporty, very diabolical, so to say. And of course, you have this AMG badging right here. So, in a gist, that's the design of the car. Now, let me quickly tell you about the engine and the features that the AMG CLE 53 gets inside. Now look at this huge, massive engine bay which houses the 3-litre inline 6-cylinder engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. The peak power output is 449 horsepower and the peak torque output is 560 Newton meters with 40 extra Newton meters in the overboost mode, taking the total output to 600 Nm. The motor gets a 9-speed dual-clutch gearbox and it can do the 0 to 100 sprint in 4.2 seconds and has a top speed of 250 km per hour. But if you want to go for the optional AMG sport driving package, then the top speed increases to 270 km per hour. Now I'll give you a tidbit. Mercedes is also working on a V8 engine which will be soon seen on the CLE, and that will be called the CLE 63 and not the 53 like you see here. So yes, it's a quite powerful engine and we hope to get our hands on the driving wheel of this car very soon. Alright, so I'm inside the cabin of the CLE 53 AMG, and like you would expect from any AMG in Mercedes' portfolio, it is nice, sporty and gives you that feel of going fast, right? Has a very sporty vibe. So the first thing that you notice is this chunky steering wheel, and here you have the controls for switching the ride modes right here. So you have slippery, individual, comfort, sport, sport plus, and lastly race mode. And here you can toggle the exhaust, and this is from switching from manual to automatic as far as the gearbox is concerned, right? So yes, you have a 12.3-inch console in front of the driver and an 11.9-inch screen, touchscreen here, which houses all the functions. So you can see that whenever you change the ride modes, you have the drive, suspension and the dynamics, right? So you can change all these settings whenever you change the driving modes, and again you can play around with the modes, makes for a really nice driving experience. You'll see that the cabin has very less buttons. In fact, these are the only buttons that you get. Everything else is controlled from the touchscreen that you see here. Gets the latest generation Mercedes-Benz OS, and it's a fantastic experience to sit inside. And yes, it gives you that sporty experience when you're inside the cabin with these red seat belts that you see here. Very sporty, and you do get 2+2 seating. So 2 seats here, 2 seats at the rear, but those are really cramped and best suited to either keep your luggage or for your children. So if you have children, small children, and if you have deep pockets, then the AMG CLE 53 could very well be a good choice for you. What are your thoughts? Do let us know in the comments below.